Good morning, sisters. I have had a few inquiries in my inbox regarding the posts which I put up a few weeks ago regarding disclosure. And I thought that instead of spending hours trying to type and send a reply, to actually do a video so I can address it properly. The post was regarding what we need to disclose in marriage or before marriage. I think I'd like to start with a scripture. Wisdom is profitable to direct. As many of us have the Spirit of God, we are the sons of God, so we know what to do. I'm going to say that there are informations that are very, very crucial and you need to make available to somebody that you're going to get married to. But at the same time, it is the same wisdom that enables us to know what we need to disclose and what we should not disclose. In the first instance, there are some informations that are crucial and that must not be withheld, most especially when you know that they've got consequences or repercussions. For instance, if as a single lady you had terminations of pregnancies that have affected your womb, or you've been diagnosed with serious medical problems that can affect your ability to conceive or that can affect life, sort of how long you're going to live and things like that, your husband to be needs to know. And as a man, I would expect that they will notify and they will inform you as a woman. So these are things that you should not keep away from a man you're going to get married to. If, for instance, you've been diagnosed with hepatitis B, this is a sexually transmitted infection and it will not be nice. We're not even talking about spirituality here. We're talking about common sense and we're talking about when you profess that you love somebody. If this man is going to be having unprotected sex with you, he needs to know what he's getting himself into. So you need to let them know. I'm aware that most of the churches around the world now run a test before you get married. So it would be nice if your husband to be finds out that you've got hepatitis by you telling him rather than him finding out as a surprise when it's 2 days to the wedding and you have to disclose the results or the church board has to disclose the results. Having said that, there are people who have these infections and they're not aware, so you cannot blame them. In the same vein, I would expect that you ask a man if he has any such infections, if he has any such serious life problems. A while ago, I was discussing with one of her sisters, and she had been introduced to somebody with a hope of getting married to them, and the guy has schizophrenia, and she was not aware, and the family decided to keep it secret. When an information is being withheld in this way, one of such importance as that, it can affect the marriage contract because you have not clearly and openly disclosed all the details that the individual needs to make a decision. I want to believe that the solicitors amongst us can help in this regard. It is called wrong descriptions of goods, most especially when the individual was aware of that diagnosis before they enter that contract with you. Now, there are some other things that are not needful, but you may have to look at the situation and decide. If, for instance, in the days before you were born again, you had a relationship with somebody and suddenly he takes you to, you meet somebody new after you become born again and you're a changed person and you go to the family house and you found out that his uncle was your boyfriend, was sugar daddy when you were in the university. A disclosure has to be made because this is something that will haunt you for the whole of your married life. Now, a sister sent me a question and asked, do you have to disclose how much you earn to your spouse or your spouse to be? I say you have to look at the man you're dealing with. If he's a man who is self-conscious, who does not have a lot of confidence about himself and what his income is, well, if he's not asking you directly, why are you bothering talking about it? Why, in the first instance, you have to talk about whether you earn more than him or he earns more than you? You're gainfully employed, he's gainfully employed. The more serious discussion should be about how you're going to manage the family funds. And it's going to be things like what percentage of the income of the family needs are you going to be meeting as a woman and which one is he going to be meeting? If your man is going to feel threatened, if he's going to be shouting, if he's going to be angry, if he's going to feel like he's less than a man because you earn more than him, and you didn't have to give the information about how much you earn, why are you bothering about it? A lot of us see trouble far away and we walk into it because we want to do what somebody else is doing. If your man is confident in his skin and he will not be bothered by how much you earn, you will know these things. You will know by how he addresses you. You will know by how he talks about money. So please be very careful in what information you disclose and which ones you do not disclose. There is no answer that fits all. You need to study your man, you need to find out the environment and the individual with whom you're relating. A man, for instance, doesn't ever want to know if you've slept with his colleague. If you're working in an office and you've had all sorts of relationship, illicit relationship with people, and you end up marrying somebody there, he may as well have the information. You can ask, oh, would it matter to you, if I've had sex with somebody in your office before? If you say something like that, or you may not even mention that. If you say, will it matter to you? What do you think a woman should do in this instance? If he tells you he's going to kill the woman, if he tells you, look, listen to the answer he gives you. I think that would help us to know what to talk about. And now, there are lots of women who we don't think we need to give information, but we want to have all the information. If you're withholding information, then you shouldn't feel bad when your husband withholds information about himself. So I think we need to critically appraise what we need to say, why we need to say it, and how we need to say it, and the timing. There's some information you need to make available before you marry. There are information you need to make available after marriage, depending on how important they are. But if you feel that the information is crucial enough and it may decide whether a man will choose to marry you or not, please let them know before they marry you so they don't believe or feel that you've deceived them into the marriage. A man who has got erectile problems and he knows that he can never have an erection and he goes ahead and marries you, you won't want to find out on the wedding night that he's held such an information from you. Put yourself in his shoes and disclose to a man the information he needs to know. Somebody sent a question and asked, do you think that I should let my husband know what I give to my parents? I still say this depends on the relationship between the two of you. Is he giving money to his parents? Is he feeling bad? Will he feel bad when you give money to your parents? If he'll feel bad, why? Ask him questions. If a man is giving money to his family and he does not inform you all the time, I want to believe that it will be okay for you to give money to your own family all the time as well, and that without asking his permission. So look at the man you're dealing with and look at the situation in which you found yourself. And I hope that helps. Have a lovely day.